Hi everybody. I know you are frantically getting ready for the beginning of the school year, whatever your school year is looking like, but I'm going to touch bases with you again about the math kits that you might want to be sending home or having at home if you're homeschooling, whatever the case may be. And that is, if you have your class list, you just put them in alphabetical order or whatever, give them a number. Let's say their number is 12, and then you're going to mark all of their supplies with the number 12. Sounds easy, right? Hi, I'm Lynn Rule from MathRack, and I taught for 36 years, and I know how provisioning and how important all of our materials are to us. So we want to make sure that we get them back if they're going to be going home with kids. So the best way to do it is, hey, I can just check it by your magic number. Okay, so let's just kind of review. If I have my magic number being 12, I can give them a notebook that looks like this with the 12 on it, or I can have the 12 here depending on how I'm going to store them at home or at school. And inside, I can also have the supply kit to keep my supplies in, and a number 12. So I have my notepad, dry erase marks, whatever I might need. I have these little packets that plastic sleeves, if you will, that I can write on. So I might put my 10 frame or my number line or my empty number line. I can also include games and things like that that I can refer to in my instruction, and they can just turn to their binder and go to it. So there's one idea. If you don't like the 3-ring binder idea, you can also use a pocket folder and do the same thing. And it will just help you to provision whatever you might be teaching online or at home. Then you'll need something to put their little manipulatives in. If they can count, that means if they know cardinality, they know one-to-one correspondence and cardinality, I don't need as many manipulatives as I might need in my classroom if I'm working on counting, because I have to start building structure. But there are some things that I can put in here for games and things like that. So I want to include some dice, 5 dice, depending on your age group, but I like to put more than 2 so I can differentiate my instruction, as well as the dice with the numbers. And these are the foam dice if I don't want to make too much noise. Notice that I have a 12 on each bag, and I have all the materials which I expect to come back if they are being sent home. I might use these two color counters when I'm using the 10 frames or doing some other kind of games with part whole. They'll be doing some things with dry erase, so I might put this in my binder in the folder, or I might put it in here with an eraser so they can erase the sleeves of it. And I'll have I also want to include, in my case, for first graders, I would want to include a number path and or an empty number line. Maybe I'm working on place value. Again, I have a small baggie and I have the 12 on it. Whatever manipulatives that you use in your classroom that you feel that they would need for your instruction if you're doing online or games at home, that's what you would include in this box. But of course, I'm also going to include a MathRack. And I'm so happy that one of the larger school districts in Illinois is making the MathRack, or making the kits for their kids with correlated manipulatives that they use with their curriculum, and they're including the MathRack in kindergarten, first and second grade. So for my kindergartners, I'm going to use this MathRack 5 because I know they need the combinations of 5, and I might include a MathRack 10. For my first and second graders, I might want to use the MathRack 20. So I can learn all the different relationships and the part whole and become fluent by using a built-in structure. This is the only way we're going to get kids fluent, thinking flexibly about number and not memorizing. So we have to get away from that one-to-one correspondence and get to using a built-in structure. And this is the only one that I know of. I've taught with and without it, and it makes a huge difference. But you might think, well, in my classroom, how am I going to make sure that these stay clean? Well, fortunately, these can be wiped off and it won't harm the rods unless you keep them really, really wet. And I can disinfect them. They can store them in their desk if they are at school and then lay flat. You don't need to pass them out. And of course, what I could do is I could give each child a tote with their magic number on it as well. And then when it's time to get their supplies, they can either get it if it's sitting by their desk or on a counter, whatever the case may be. However you've set up success for your students in your classroom, you can use something like this and just put all the supplies in there. And I can use this for my other subject areas as well. So just a little tip on MathRacks as well as math kits to help with your instruction, whether you are doing it in pods or at school or remotely or hybrid, whatever your situation is. And good luck to you guys. I know that you'll be successful because we're teachers. We are flexible and we persevere. Thanks a lot. Good luck.